Have you ever felt like you're stuck? No matter how strong you try to pull and move, you're still glued to the circumstances. You're tired. You don't have the strength to stand on your own 2 feet anymore. You feel like passing out, but there's a silhouette that's holding you from falling and drowning your whole body into the quicksand-like situation. Before I delve further onto the topic, first let me introduce myself. My name is Nur Shahzad Ajana binti Muhammad Azali, a Form 3 student who's currently studying at a secondary school located in Pekan, Pahang. Have you ever felt like you were in a situation I mentioned earlier, and you're still wondering, trying to figure out what that was, or where you were? I have felt that way before, and let me tell you something about it. According to verywellmind.com, the feeling of emptiness can be linked to certain events in your life. However, the feeling of emptiness that does not get better can be linked to mental or even physical health conditions. Feeling empty inside can make you feel like nothing matters. What you will eventually realize from all of those scenes is that you've fallen into the pit of negativity, where there's no light, just darkness, no noise, just silence, and no way from any mankind. Esteemed audience, I know some of you here have probably been the victim of the negative death. Always wondering to yourself, how will life be after all of this has ended? Continue imagining how peaceful life would be if any of those didn't occur at all. But believe it or not, that will just add to the fire. Instead of locking in and focusing on the main problem, you are just keeping your mind on the path that you don't even know you will be leading along or not. For the longest time, I thought that the death is my destiny. People who suffer from the death feel like this is how and where we will be living in for the rest of our life. Sometimes the way we deal with this is just simple as biting an apple. Some write about it, some put their headphones on, blasting music through their ears at 3 a.m. on a Tuesday morning. Regardless, any of those alternatives are just for a temporary period of time. Usually, it won't last long. At the fullest of time, there are also ways for us to keep ourselves from thinking about that. For me, I read motivational books. The Change Guidebook by Elizabeth Hamilton Guarino, to be specific. This book mentions about how to align our heart, truth, and energy to find success in all aspects of life. We need to have a positive view of ourselves and everything surrounding us, or high self-esteem. Having a low self-esteem is also the main cause of mental conditions such as anxiety and depressions, which are leading cause of addictions and self-isolations from any meaningful relationships. Ladies and gentlemen, one of the best ways to pump ourselves with positivity is through therapy. Therapy can help us, therapy can channel us and practice healthier lifestyle, such as regular exercises and eating healthy. This book also mentions about 10 points for making a change and adapting to unforeseen circumstances and solutions to change, grow, and become the boldest and the bravest of yourself. And those, my esteemed audience, are my methods that I personally use to find light in the darkness. Of course, there are many other ways for us to overcome these feelings. Looking at the brighter side of everything can always help you go through your day without anything being in your way. Before we say our goodbyes, Here's a saying for us to ponder on. Are you really getting better, or are you just being positive about everything you do? But believe it or not, you are better. When you are positive, you are better. And those, ladies and gentlemen, is the end of it. I really appreciate the opportunity granted for me to speak to you today. Thank you for listening to my speech. Farewell until we meet again.